For now, though, SAFA President Jordaan says that South Africa's successful hosting of the 2010 World Cup was because of an effort of many people. He says it's given other African countries an opportunity to host the event. South Africa is celebrating the anniversary of the 2010 World Cup.
For many of us, the 11th of June to the 11th of July was probably the best years, or some of the best years in our lives in this country. South Africa was just perfect. Everybody was involved in the World Cup, either the ticket holder in the stadium, in the fan park, in the streets, in the shopping malls, in the old age homes, young kids to the very old. They were all part of the World Cup. They had ownership of the event. The artists shared in the event. We had a schools World Cup. Schools were involved. So a broad base of people were all involved. Government. On our organizing committee, we had senior leaders of government who were cabinet ministers, were part of the event. And if you look at the next World Cup in 2026, the first one with 48 nations, Canada, United States, and Mexico came together to put a joint bid. So it's clear to me that if any African country want to host a 48-nation World Cup, then we'll have to look at how do we develop joint bids and bring the capacity together to present that joint bid. I don't hope it will take too long for Africa to have a second World Cup, but certainly we help to break the mold and to create opportunities for other African countries to host the event, because now they know Africa has the capacity that we can deliver a successful World Cup, and we are still the only African country to do so. And I hope we won't wait too long to see a second World Cup on the continent.
What a simpler time 2010 seems to be. The entire country seemed to be off work for the entire month. All we did was travel from stadium to practice session to practice session to watch the biggest names in world football compete inside our very own stadiums against our very own heroes. 2010 will forever go down into the record books, in my opinion and the opinion of millions of others, as the greatest World Cup to ever be on show. Long live 2010. And having that scene there of watching Madiba in the back of that golf cart going on to the opening ceremony at the FNB Stadium, that certainly does bring a chill down the spine. Now, Major League Soccer has confirmed that it will restart the season on July the 8th after being shut down for almost 3 months by COVID-19. A tournament without fans will be hosted at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. All 26 clubs will take part in what is being billed as the MLS is Back tournament. It will run until the 11th of August. Group stage matches will count in the MLS regular season standings, and the tournament winner will earn a spot at the 2021 CONCACAF Champions League. Michael Bill, the lawyer representing the formerly suspended Cricket South Africa CEO Thabang Moret, has told Newzroom Afrika that his client reported back to work today, despite rumours suggesting otherwise. It was reported today that Moret was denied entry to the CSA offices.
On Monday, 2 days past, I addressed a letter to the CSA where I indicated to them, I drew their attention to a matter which is very much in the public domain, and that is that the 6-month period that had been stipulated, again, I repeat, I don't know where the 6 months comes from. It is certainly not sanctioned by their policy. I indicated that the 6 months had lapsed and that if we don't receive a contrary indication from the employer, we are duty bound to resume work. But we afforded the employer until pretty much yesterday to indicate to us, and the letter went along the lines of, if you please indicate to us whether there's any reason why we shouldn't return to work. If you don't revert back to us, we are going to report for duty on Thursday. Today is Thursday, and my client loyally and faithfully reported for duty this morning, and he's resumed his work at the CSA South Africa. And that is the developments so far.
We have been promised a response from Cricket South Africa. At some stage this evening, they have promised to release a statement in response to many issues that they describe that need to be addressed. I have no doubt that the issue of Thabang Moret will be in that response. Now, the Department of Sport has announced some developments regarding the gazetting of non-contact sporting codes in Level 3. The department released its updated government gazette today that welcomed professional athletes back for non-contact sport. Now, the list includes those that may return to matches and those that may return simply to practice. If you recall, we had Natim Tetwa on the show last week Sunday, in fact, and he spoke about the gazetting of these sporting codes. So if you are a professional athlete in some of the upcoming sporting codes on your screen, it has now officially been gazetted that you may return to matches if and when you have been waiting to return at Level 3. This upcoming list of the Annexure A will highlight the teams that are now allowed to return to live matches and not just training. We know there certainly has been a lot of discussion and perhaps some confusion as to who may return. The likes of archery, baseball, badminton, cycling SA, golf SA, rowing, sailing, shooting, tennis, triathlon and volleyball may all return to matches. As far as training is concerned, basketball, fencing, football, handball, hockey, amongst others figure skating, ice hockey and motorsports. British World Heavyweight Champions Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have agreed to the financial terms for a 2-fight deal. Fury confirmed the news on his social media feeds today. The discussions over an undisputed world heavyweight title showdown began between the two in early May.
Hello there. I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed. Get up there, my boy! Big shout out, Dan. He got this done literally over the line. 2-fight deal. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next year. One problem, I've just got to smash Deontay Wilder's face right in the next fight. And then we go into the Joshua fight next year. So there we are. The Gypsy King versus AJ is on for next year, but there's a hurdle in the road called the Bronze Bomber, aka the Knockout King, and I will get onto him and knock him spark out, and then we got on to the big fight. So big thank you, Dan, for getting this deal over the line. All the best. God bless you all. See you soon. Peace out.